Since my last video, I've made three major changes to my HO layout. The first is I replaced the control panel, which was kind of confusing, with a simplified LED version. The second is I've torn up the freight yard, and I've replaced that with a park. I was never really crazy about the freight yard, so this to me is an improvement. The third is the passenger train tracks were only two tracks, and every time I wanted to do maintenance, I had to take the trains out of service, take them off the track. So I added two sidings. There were basically four main circuits on my HO layout. The first one is for the six freight trains. The second one is for the three passenger trains. And the third is for the subway. The fourth is the two trolley lines that run through my amusement area. When I want to do maintenance on the main line, I'm able to take all six of the freight trains and bring them into the engine house. But when I wanted to do maintenance or track cleaning on the passenger line, again, I had to manually remove them and then place them back. Now, the thing is, I was never really crazy about the freight yard. So what I wound up doing here is I tore that up and I put in two turnouts to the left side of the layout and just to the left of the passenger station. And those turnouts are to two spurs. The bottom one holds one longer train, and the upper one, which is the third, second from the left, that holds the two other passenger trains. And here you see them all off on the siding. Once all of this was done, then I started working on the park area. The reason for that is I found a whole bunch of LED street lights and about 40 or 50 trees. So I added about 1.5 feet to the left, and I started blopping on plaster. I spray painted the background and the base to simulate sky, clouds, and water. And once the plastering was all done, I headed to Train World to pick up some people. This is a 6-people horseshoe set, and the horseshoe court is made from specs that I downloaded from the internet. This was the first street light and the first few trees being added. And here you have the pretty much finished park area. You've got a group of people grilling and some horseback riders. Once again, the horseshoe people. Just a nice general park kind of setting. And the lake was made with plaster, and I just dripped plaster down the corner until it formed a mountain with a little sculpting. The water in the lake is made with Woodland Scenics realistic water. There's about 6 or 7 layers of that. And the fishermen, as with all these figurines, came from Train World. I realized that I needed a fence to prevent accidents from happening, so I made a fence using window screen and steel music wire, and the screen was cut on a 45-degree angle and spray painted silver. The control board, again, had the yard switches on it, which were no longer valid, so I tore that all up because it was very, very difficult. This is a view looking head-on, which you can't really do, and it's even a little confusing this way. Here's where I stand, and that's on about a 30-degree angle, and it was totally confusing as to where the trains were going to wind up. So I designed this pretty simplified board. These are the 6 zones for the subway line, and these are the engine house switches. Now, if I want to bring it into the second one, I flip that switch, taking the train from the main line to the siding, and then if you follow the green lights, it's going to go into the second bay. If I want it in the first, I just flip the switch there, and again, if you follow the white line and the green lights, you can see where the train's going to go. If you want the bottom 2, you flip here and here, and it's going to go into the lowest one. So by doing this, what I accomplished is when I'm bringing the trains in, it's just very easy to do. Now that Y shape at the upper left, that is for the turnouts that determine whether the train is going to go to the left and up the mountain, or whether it's going to go to the right and stay at board level. The 2 turnouts here show whether the train coming out of the tunnel is going to go along the station and around to the other side, or whether it's going to go on to the siding. So all in all, these changes have, I think, looked better and made the entire layout a lot easier to operate. When you're running 6 freight trains, 3 passenger trains, 2 8-car subway trains, and a couple of trolleys, it can get a little taxing. So anything that I could do to simplify things makes life a lot easier. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Wish you a happy 4th of July, and have fun playing with your trains. Bye now.